Thank you, Phyllis. Good morning. My name is Joni, and I'll be your service leader this morning. Welcome to Unity of Bloomington. At Unity, we offer practical spiritual teachings that empower abundant and meaningful living. We're a center for spiritual growth, and we provide inspiration, tools, and practices that support people on their path. We also extend a special welcome to those of you joining us online this morning. If you want to find out more about us or subscribe to our newsletter, you can visit us at unityofbloomington.org. Please stand and join us in singing our opening songs. Please join me in affirming our statement of being. Together, there's only one presence and one power in the universe, God the good, omnipotent. This power expresses life, love, wisdom, and abundance through me. In it, I live and move and have my being. You may be seated. One way we empower abundant and meaningful living is by practicing and living our 5 basic principles. I will state the principle and invite you to respond with the affirmation. God is all good and active in everything everywhere.
God is.
I am naturally good because God's divinity is in me and everyone.
I am.
I create my experiences by what I think, feel, do, and believe.
I create.
Through affirmative prayer and meditation, I connect with God and bring out the good in my life.
I pray.
I do and give my best by living the truth I know. I make a difference.
I live.
And now I'll invite Ginger up for a moment with our children.
Thank you, Joni. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone at home. So, we just finished our first week back at school. How was it for you, Betsy? She gave it a thumbs up. I'm sure that Betsy was very excited to see all the young whippersnappers there at church. You mostly work with elementary school students, don't you? She gets the, huh? Oh, elementary and high school. That's a wide range of people there. Wide range of age group there, yeah. But I hope that you had a wonderful, wonderful first week back at school. I hope all of our adults here had a wonderful week last week, no matter what you were doing. But have you ever heard someone say spoiler alert? Okay, so yeah, this is my spoiler alert. I'm gonna spoil today's daily word. So one of the word for today is release, but I'm not focusing on that word. I'm focusing on two of the lines in the daily word today that I read. The first one that says, I am always growing and changing. And I'm sure you noticed that this week when you were at your first week of school, because probably the friends that came back after seeing them, maybe you didn't see them all summer, they might have grown a little taller. Or, maybe they got their ear pierced, or maybe something's changed about their appearance that you notice that. It's easy to notice that. And so what I want to encourage you as you continue this process is to always keep that open experience. I am always growing and always changing. And that's a good thing. That means you're exploring, and that means you're unfolding and stretching your comfort zones. The other sentence that I loved when I read the daily word today was, with an uncluttered mind and an unburdened heart, I embrace the present moment and eagerly create my bright, beautiful future. Now, there's some big words in there. Uncluttered, what does that mean? Well, when your room is all messy, it's cluttered. So when your mother says, or your father, or the adult in your life says, please go clean your room, they want it clear, clean. And so when we say with an uncluttered mind, what we're saying is with the clean mind, with a clear mind, and then an unburdened heart. Well, unburdened, that's another big word. What does that mean? Well, sometimes if there's something that you're anxious about or that you're concerned about, that's what we as an adult would say, that's a burden on my heart. I'm concerned about this. And what we're trying to express here is that any kind of concern that you might be feeling, just allow it to release. We don't deny whatever's going on in your life that you might be concerned about, but we trust that it's all unfolding for our growth and for a change that is beneficial in our life. So with a clear mind and with a light heart, I embrace the present moment and eagerly create my bright, beautiful future. So when you are sitting in math class, or maybe it's science, or maybe it's PE, physical education, and maybe that's not your most favorite place to be, that in that moment we can say, well, with a clear mind and a light heart, I embrace this present moment, although I might not be enjoying it. And I take this opportunity to create for myself a way for me to experience this present moment where I am carefree and joyous. So I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful next week. And I encourage us all that in those moments where we might have a heavy heart or a busy mind, that we take a moment to just release all of that noise and know that you and I have an opportunity in the present moment to create the experiences that we wish to create. So Lauren Lane Powell reminded us of this opportunity when she wrote the song I Like. So I'd like to invite you to join with me in singing the song I Like.
Thank you, Ginger. This year, we're exploring and practicing ways in which we can embrace our unlimited good. During the month of August, we explore being open to the activity of the divine. The activity of the divine is the action of God in us and through us. We often limit the activity of God by our own belief and limitation. Instead of judging by appearances, let us raise our thinking and feeling to a higher level of consciousness and open our mind and life to the powerful activity of Source. If we encounter a situation that needs improvement, we can choose to see where and how the power of God is already at work. Then, affirming our oneness with Spirit, we seek and find our own role in supporting, expressing, and expanding where we perceive good to be active in the present moment. Please join me in saying this month's affirmation together. I embrace and express the activity of the divine. We have just a couple of announcements to highlight for you today. Our prayer partner this morning is Ruth Green, and you can join Ruth in the ministry office at the left side of the foyer if you have a prayer request or celebration. And mark your calendar for Janice Jaffe's August Singing Bowl meditation. Join Janice this month on Sunday, August 21st, here in the chapel at 2 p.m. for an hour of renewal and healing. A $10 love offering is suggested, but no one will be turned away. You can bring a yoga mat, a pillow, or a blanket for your comfort. On August 28th, our guest speaker and musician will be Martha Hall Bowman. Martha is a singer, songwriter, licensed mental health counselor, children's book author, music therapist, writer, photographer, inspirational speaker, and columnist. One or more of those people will be here. We look forward to welcoming her here to Unity of Bloomington. That's, again, August 28th. And now we'll have a moment of reflection. We are spiritual beings having a physical experience on earth. With this experience come all the challenges of being human together. We recognize there are places in our world where there's the appearance of conflict and people are displaced and dying. In the midst of all of this, we believe there is no person, situation, or force greater than the power of God, our source of peace, strength, wisdom, and courage. Let us be silent in the one presence as we affirm divine order and the experience and expression of peace in every corner of our planet. And so it is. And now it's time to read from our daily word. The daily word is produced and printed by Unity. You can learn more or subscribe to the daily word by visiting dailyword.com. The word for today is release. And today's affirmation is, releasing the past, I make room for the future. My life experiences have provided me with many gifts. From joyful to painful, I have taken something from each one, a nugget of wisdom, understanding, solace that has helped me evolve into the person I am today. I'm always growing, always changing. With gratitude, I receive the blessings while letting the painful memories go. I have no room for regret and do not dwell on things I have no power to change. As I release unwanted thoughts and unpleasant memories, I free myself to enjoy new experiences and create beautiful, lasting memories. With an uncluttered mind and an unburdened heart, I embrace the present moment and eagerly create my bright and beautiful future. A time to seek and a time to lose, a time to keep and a time to throw away. Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 6. And now we'll join together in speaking the affirmation aloud. Together, releasing the past, I make room for the future. And now repeat it to yourself silently. Today, the message will be provided by our spiritual ministry co-coordinator, Ginger Curry, and the musical inspiration is provided by our own Unity music team.
Nothing is ever lost, and we are not forgotten. We are living in the heart of God. Nothing is ever lost, and we are not forgotten. We are living in the heart of God. We are living, we are living, we are living in the heart of God. We are living, we are living, we are living in the heart of God. Morning sun coming through the trees, and the green leaves shimmer in the summer breeze. The songbirds singing to the honeybees, living in the heart of God.
Thank you, and thank you, Phyllis, and thank you, music team, who never know what's going to happen when they arrive here on Sunday morning. But always pull through with flying colors. Thank you all so much. Good morning, everyone. My name is Ginger Curry. This is the first Sunday of August, and so we begin a new theme. For those of you that's been hanging around us for the past year, you know that this year we have been exploring, embracing our unlimited good. Now, although I would like to say that I came up with that all on my own without any help, or Reverend Lynette and I came up with that all on our own without any help, we actually looked to our Unity Worldwide Ministry calendar and kind of use that as some guidance to help us navigate the year. Every year, you too can get your hands on one of these calendars just by going to unity.org. I'm sure there's links to that everywhere. But I wanted to share, I'm gonna have to share with my glasses. I wanted to share one of the phrases that they put in the calendar. It says, "We live in a world of abundance, and good is all around us." We live in a world of abundance, and blessings are all around us. I like the word blessing. We see it in the beauty of nature. We feel it as love, peace, faith, and we experience it as health. And when we give and receive forgiveness, we are worthy of this unlimited good simply because we are alive. And then they go on to say, no matter the outer circumstances, the truth is that we are here to celebrate life and revel in God's plentiful supply. Blessings are all around us, waiting for us to open our eyes and recognize them. That's kind of the gift that I've been taking as I go through the monthly exploration of the topics that we've been going through, is that these opportunities are always around us, just waiting there to bless us. And when we close ourselves off to the blessings, not only are we denying ourselves the opportunity to receive that blessings, but we're also denying the blessings opportunity to bless us. And those blessings can come in the forms of other people or situations. You never know where a blessing might come from. But here in the month of August, we are exploring being open to the divine, and more specifically, being open to the activity of the divine. Now, for me, it's easier for my mind to hold the concepts that when I'm talking about the activity of the divine, I'm usually talking about that activity within myself. I'm not saying that there isn't activity of the divine out in the universe, out in the world, because that is not the case. As Charles Fulmer, one of the co-founders of Unity, says, this is what I believe right now, but I am open to changing my mind. And so I am open. But I know that for me in this moment, where I am in my life, I find it easier to navigate focusing on me, focusing on what's going on in my universe. Because within my thoughts and my beliefs, within my thinking, is the opportunity for me to access what Reverend Paul Hesselbeck would call our point of power, our decision point, our choice point. That's kind of the beauty of what we explore here at Unity, is that we're exploring how to take these principles and weave them into our daily experience. We are looking at the activity of spirit, being open to it within ourselves, within the world and within our communities, whatever communities we're a part of. Joni read earlier, we often limit the activity of God by our own belief in limitation. We have a thought, a grand thought. Oh, that could never happen. There's no way that could ever happen. Well, who said that couldn't happen? You know, there's an opportunity that comes up, and we go, oh, I could never do that. Why not? Why can't you be the one to be offered this opportunity? And why aren't you the one that's there at the right time in the right place to step into that opportunity? Let's not let ourselves and our thinking limit this activity of God. Instead of judging by appearances, let us raise our thinking and feeling to a higher level of consciousness and open our mind and life to the powerful activity of Source. And then we go down, it says, then affirming our oneness with Spirit, we seek and find our own role in supporting, expressing, expanding where we perceive good to be active in the present moment. Where we perceive the activity of God to be present in that moment. So one of the greatest gifts that we also have the opportunity to explore is being present in the moment. Because so often, I mean, there's so many thoughts about, or there's so many, what do you call it, the little slogans, memes, sayings, all these things. Like, you know, the past is behind us, the future's in front of us. Thank you. So there's all these sayings that say, you know, the past is behind us. You know, I don't move forward in life by looking behind me, or I'm going to fall over something that's right in front of me. Or if I look too far in the future, I can't enjoy the blessings of this now moment. And so there's something to be said about being able to train ourselves, to train our minds, to recognize the learning from the past without looking to the past, but to bring those learnings forward, being able to plan what we'd like to experience in the future while being totally present in this now moment, remembering that I can't be happy when this happens, that I must choose to experience happiness right now. I can't wait for my good to come in the future for me to feel secure. That I must, we don't have to must anything, but I can choose in this moment to rest in the assurance that all is working out, all is unfolding for my highest good, for your highest good, for the world's highest good. Because one of the things that we said this morning was there's only one presence and one power in the universe, God the good, omnipotent. And if I truly believe that, then I'm doing a disservice to that activity of the divine by being in anxiety, by being in worry, or by being in doubt. Whenever I find myself in those moments, that's kind of when Spirit's going, hey, don't you remember? There's only one presence and one power. And it's working. The blessings are all around us. So I always, when I'm in my little anxious modes, when my mind is bleh, it's like, that's the wake-up call. Oh, okay. I'm diving into some of my doubt. I wanted to share a song with you. I'm going to read the lyrics. That Tom Rosnowski, I don't know if any of y'all know who Tom Rosnowski is, but Tom Rosnowski is a local singer-songwriter / writer / radio personality / I first discovered Tom probably about 22 years ago. Scott and I, well, I've never been to Lotus Fest, and I know that's terrible. I know. I'm going to get on that one of these years. But it was Lotus Fest weekend, and we happened to be going to this, the bar is not even open anymore. It's where the bishop is now. So we were going to go listen to some music, and Tom Rosnowski was playing there. And so Lotus is happening downtown, but one corner down, we're listening to music. And this is the first time I ever heard this song or this thought. It's from his album, Voice Beyond the Hill. And his website is Tom Rosnowski, Rosnowski, Rosnowski.net, if you want to check out his music. I wanted to preface this by saying I've heard variations of this story through Unity speakers when they're quoting Chinese folklore or Taoist myth stories. So this is not a new thought. This is an old wisdom. So he writes, the story begins with a farmer who went out to his field one day, and he discovered his only plow horse had just up and run away. And the neighbors said, well, how sad, too bad. God has surely cursed you with a luck like that. But the farmer said, there's still time yet. Let's wait until tomorrow and just see how it goes. Down here, you never know. The next morning, the sound of hoofbeats coming down that old dirt path. It was the farmer's only plow horse leading 2 wild horses back. And the neighbor said, well, that's amazing grace. God has surely blessed you with luck today. But the farmer said, there's still time yet. Let's wait until tomorrow and just see how it goes. Down here, you never know. Now, the farmer had just one son to help him work around the farm. But when he tried to ride the wild horse, he got thrown and broke his arm. And the neighbor said, how sad, too bad. God has surely cursed you with a luck like that. But the farmer said, there's still time yet. Let's wait until tomorrow and just see how it goes. 'Cause down here, you never know. That night, the Russian army came looking for some strong young men, but the farmer's son, with his broken arm, was no use to them. And the neighbor said, that's amazing grace. God has surely blessed you with a luck like that. But the farmer said, there's still time yet. Let's wait until tomorrow and just see how it goes. Down here, you never know. Now, for me, when I hear that song, what I am hearing and what I take away from it is to allow ourselves to be truly present in this now moment and not be swayed by people who would say, oh, that's such good fortune, God is blessing you, or that's such terrible luck, you must be cursed. Those thoughts do not help us in our daily life. But if we can just be with what's going on around us and go, okay, this is what's going on around me. How do I, in this moment, take a step forward that pulls me closer to the experience that I want to experience in life? I am a firm believer that things do not happen to us. Things happen. And then we decide how we respond to them. If you do not currently subscribe to the Daily Word, I encourage it. They have an app if you don't like to read paper, or if you need a big book like this, they have these books, the large prints. They have smaller ones too. if you're still of the age where you like to read small things. Oh, and we have the small ones for sale in the lobby if you want to take one home with you. But I find so much inspiration and encouragement in the daily word. And so I want to reach back to Friday's daily word. It's called expectation. This is Friday, August 5th. It says, I move through my day with positive expectation. I believe in God as the one presence and power that is absolute goodness. I focus my expectation on the highest and best outcomes for me and for everyone in my life. Sometimes, however, doubt creeps in. I still believe in the goodness of God, but that goodness is not always apparent when I consider the circumstances of my life. I may be struggling with a health or a prosperity challenge, or I may feel sad or lost, not knowing which way to turn. When I discover I no longer expect the best, I turn within and commune with the Spirit of God within me. I turn within and commune with the Spirit of God within me. I pray, welcoming my guidance and affirming my spiritual gifts of imagination, will, and strength. I pray, welcoming my guidance and affirmation and affirming my spiritual gifts of imagination, will, and strength. I am grateful to feel my positive expectation, return and focus my attention on my own life and all the blessings to come. And then from the Christian Gospels, Luke 12:32, we read, Do not be afraid, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. And as we have been talking about welcoming guidance, I'd like to invite Reverend Lynette Carlson up for just a moment. Welcoming my guidance and affirming my spiritual gifts of imagination, will, and strength. So after a long time of guidance and seeking that which is being called forth, Reverend Lynette and I have come to the decision that it's time for us to release our leadership roles here at Unity of Bloomington. Now, I know this might come as a shock to some of you. Some of you might be going, oh, well, that doesn't surprise me a bit. But it's okay to feel what you're feeling, because we've been feeling a lot, and we've been, working through these feelings and affirming that I believe in God as one presence and one power that is absolute good. And that no matter what things look like, that all is unfolding for my highest good, for Lynn's highest good, for our community's highest good. And that we are always growing and we are always changing. That goes for personal development, it goes for community development and world development. Many of you know that in the past 4 years, my life circumstances have changed. And my energies are being called to be more present to my father and my family. And that's where my energy is flowing at this moment. And plus, Scott is retiring in November. So I don't want to miss out on any of the wonderful adventures that we are going to explore while we grow that relationship. Would you like to speak for a moment?
Gosh, over the last 4 years, I've just gotten older. This is Unity's 40th year of existence here in Bloomington. They've been around a lot longer than that elsewhere. And you know, Unity and I came to Bloomington in the same year. So 40 is a year that represents completion. And I've been resisting the completion. And it's time. And we hope that you will celebrate that with us. We are, I really like today's daily word, the affirmation, we're releasing the past and making room for the future. Your future, our future. And we're not, as the song said, nothing is ever lost. We're not going to go away. We're going to continue to live and move and have our being in Bloomington and within this community. The grief that I initially felt, I realized was misplaced. We're just going to have different jobs, wear different hats, and look forward to continuing our journey together. We have created a video for those who couldn't be here with us this morning, or for those of you who haven't heard anything since Ginger said, whatever the word was she used, retirement is the word I'm using. So you can check out the video online that tells you a little bit more about where Ginger and I are coming from and where Unity is going. Because this community is something very precious in South Central Indiana, because you have to go miles and miles and miles before you find anything even remotely like this. So we affirm that this community is going to be fine and has a future. And we want to be part of that, but in a little bit different way.
So,
do I get to sit down now?
oh yeah, yes. Thank you very much, Lynn. You may rest for a bit. So I do want to say that, as Lynn mentioned earlier, if you go to unityofbloomington.org, on the front page there is a link that'll say Unity Transition, and you can click that link and it'll take you to a page on our website that'll have some questions and answers, and then it will also have the video, so you can hear Reverend Lynn and myself share a little bit more, and then Phyllis has more of the practicalities. But I wanted to reassure everyone that this has kind of bubbled up in the last week and a half. And so the board has already been in contact with the Great Lakes region. We've already had a meeting with Reverend Greg Cole, who is our advisor or representative. And then I know Phyllis has been in touch with Unity Worldwide Ministries and has been talking to the transition specialists there. And a meeting is going to be scheduled, or has been scheduled in the next couple weeks for our board to meet with them. And that they're also, the plans are just now unfolding. This is not our last Sunday. This is the beginning of this process. And so, and as Lynn said, we're not moving from Bloomington. We are releasing our leadership roles here. And then as things, unfold and evolve, we might have to take a step back just to allow things to glue, and then we'll be able to fit ourselves back in to the community. So if you have any questions, feel free, to reach out to us. Look at the video, see if the questions are answered there. And if not, feel free to reach out to Phyllis or myself or any of the board members. I don't want to put Lynn on. Okay, you can reach out to Lynn too if you would like. And just know that we are all open because this is the activity of spirit. And we truly believe that there is one presence and one power, and that it's all unfolding for all of our highest goods, blessings. So, knowing that, I'd like for us now to prepare for meditation. In this and every moment, I am safe and all is well. In this and every moment, I am safe and all is well. In this and every moment, I am safe and all is well. In this and every moment, I am safe and all is well. I am held, I am whole, I surrender to it all. When I trust and let go, then I know that all is well. All is well. In this and every moment, I am safe and all is well. In this and every moment, I am safe and all is well. I am safe and all is well. I invite you now to take a nice, deep, cleansing breath in. Hold for a moment and release. Unwind your arms and legs if that feels comfortable. Close your eyes. Allow your spine to straighten and lengthen with your head floating up toward the ceiling and with your feet reaching down. Take a moment to feel the comfort and support of the chair that's underneath you. We are so very grateful for the opportunity to enter into this sacred silence where we can refresh, where we can renew, where we can remember that no matter the outer circumstances, no matter the appearance of conflict, no matter what situation we find ourselves in, that we as spiritual beings are always safe, are always secure, are always loved, we are held. We are whole. We embrace this truth that there is only one presence. And when we hear the anxious voices in our heads, limiting us, doubting us, we go, thank you for the reminder that I'm not living from my truth in this morning, in this moment, that I have the opportunity to remember that there is only one. There is only oneness. And that all is unfolding so that I may grow and expand, and so that I can step into experiencing and expressing the activity of the divine in this physical world. And so now we just take a moment and we rest in the silence, breathing in, God is, and breathing out, all is well. God is, all is well.
I now let go.
There's nothing to fear. I now let go. There's nothing to fear. I now let go. There's nothing to fear. I now let go. I now let go. There's nothing to fear. I realize there's only one path. 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 I realize I'm one with the one. I realize I'm one with the one. I realize I'm one with the one. I realize I'm one with the one.
It is with full and very grateful hearts that we turn to our spiritual practice of generosity. We're grateful for the many ways this center supports us in our spiritual growth, and we in turn are happy to support this center with our financial contributions and our voluntary service. Today, as we participate in the activity of abundance, we welcome not only tangible treasure, but also your blessings. As the offering bag circulates around the room, we welcome your treasure and your blessing by simply placing your hand over the bag and offering a thought of gratitude before you pass the bag to the next person. We're also grateful for those who have put in place automatic online giving. Your consistency and dedication help create a stable and thriving spiritual community. As our greeters come forward to prepare for the offering, please join me now in speaking aloud our abundance affirmation. Together, I am an abundant being living in an abundant universe. God is the source of my supply.
I am not dependent on people or situations for my good. God is the source of my supply. I always have something to give, and I consistently give it. I expect the best, I give my best, and I now attract the best in every experience.
There are at least 100 ways my good is coming to me. There are at least 100 ways my good is coming to me. At least 100 ways for me to receive. And I embrace my good, and I do believe. There are at least 100 ways my good is coming to me. There are at least 100 ways my good is coming to me. At least 100 ways for me to believe. And countless blessings that I now receive. There are at least 100 ways my good is coming to me. There are at least 100 ways my good is coming to me. There are at least 100 ways my good is coming to me. There are at least 100 ways my good is coming to me. My good is coming to me. My good is coming to me.
And now we bless our abundance with these words. Together, divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And now I invite you to stand as able and join with me in saying our closing prayer. Together, we are here to glow as the light of God. We are the light of God. We are here to embrace the love of God. We are the love of God. We are here to stand in truth as the power of God. We are the power of God. We are here to radiate the presence of God. We are the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Please remain in place and join us in singing together, Let There Be Peace on Earth.